What's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome to today's market analysis. No, this is not market. This is trade. What am I saying? This is our pre-market analysis for PPI day, Wednesday, and yeah, we're just gonna do some quick pre-market analysis on the day and simply just lock in. I bet we're good to go now. Just shared the live stream. Now let's get straight into our analysis. So first of all, I do want to open Forex Factory and Financial Juice. Let me open up that monitor here for you guys. Financial Juice. Tap 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 tap. All right, there we go. PPI. It was a bit below forecast. Stocks rose because of it. So PPI data came out good. It went lower. Stocks rose, dollar and US bonds weekend. Good to know. We don't have anything else really we should worry about. Maybe crude oil inventories, but it's mainly for energy traders that we don't really have to worry about. Trump is going to agree to it barring. We don't have to worry about that either because he's typically late. But let's go ahead and start charting, finding our key levels. And we're actually going to start from scratch this time. So let's do this. So where we're sitting at right now, mark out these highs, do volume analysis. We're going to do all of that. It does look like we have taken the slower liquidity. Let me go on the 4-hour run footprint chart. And this area has held multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're honestly between this entire range, right? Let me mark out that range. Essentially from, not even there, like here would work as well. From here to there. This is that range that we've been levitating in the whole month of July, essentially. The entire month of July has essentially just been a choppy month here at the all-time highs. Whenever we take the all-time highs, we come back down towards this 60 to 60 area with key reactions at 6,300, which happens to be right in the center of it, in that 50% line between this range. But when we break out of this range, that's where we can get more of these trendier plays to actually occur. But our strategy doesn't seem to be ineffective in this market. It does still seem to be effective, and because of that, we can leverage it during these market conditions as well. But yeah, let's just keep marking out all our levels. We'll mark out PPI liquidity as well as we need to. Looking to see, we've broken a lot of these zones as we came down aggressively. But now PPI data just provided bullish data for a price to go up. So who knows, potentially today is going to be a bullish day simply following that pattern of down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You just have to wait and see. But I'm not seeing anything too crazy on the 3 hour. 2 hour. 2 hour, I'm not seeing anything special as well. You can still mark this. Yeah, I wouldn't prefer marking that either. I would like to mark out a zone there simply because let's go ahead and mark out this 3 hour. Look how it's held. Just extend it. Yeah, this is a good effective zone. Simply because of that reaction we've already made from the downside, I am putting myself in more of a bullish bias. Simply with the fact that PPI came out positive as well, and that there is not really any liquidity per se other than here. So I think we will at least head up towards these area up here or that 6300 area, which we are very close to. Depending on if we can break 6300, we should head up to this level. And depending on how we react there, we can move up towards those highs. But we're between that awkward range that is not the most, it's not the best for trading, but we do have a 30-minute here that we do seem to be reacting a little bit off of, but I think we can break above it. Just keep that in mind that there is going to be a 30-minute there and also likely here as well. $30-minute there as well. I'm gonna mark out this 30-minute as well simply because it just got wicked. So I'm gonna expand it towards that wick and mark it there. But yeah, these are gonna be my key levels, and I'm pretty sure all of them are validated by volume already, but I'll double check. Just gonna see how we react and play continuation signals simply, just how we typically do. It'd be nice to use some more levels between it. I mean, we do have one level here. Alright. We've already taken that 730 liquidity, right? What we have done is we've made that PPI data, we swept above it, and now we're starting to go down. Just wherever we see expansion, that's likely where we're gonna head. So that's how we're gonna play our day. Because seeing seller expansion from here, valid seller expansion, we'd want to break some sort of structure and it would be far out for us to break structure. So we just have to play with liquidity and momentum today. But yeah, let's see on the 5-minute thing. So let's go mark out our volume profiles and check. Within here, this volume is there, so liquidity there is validated. Validated. I do want to see if there's potential absorption at the area. I'm on the 1 minute. I thought I was on the 1 hour. That's my bad. We are seeing sellers here around that level with decent volume here at the lows, but volume overall is small, so I don't know how I feel about that. We'll keep it there. But yeah, this 30 minute has a lot of volume, as you can see, and the upper 30 minute. Yeah, both these 30-minute levels seem to be pretty important. We'll keep the 1 hour liquidity there. And this upper level is going to be valid since it's all-time highs. Volume distributed throughout this entire area, high volume node there, which does happen to align with this liquidity and this area relatively. This area has been where we're bouncing even with that low volume, simply because we're unable to push through it completely. But this level is validated as well because of volume, and it's gonna be hard to fully validate these lower levels, but we see volume there and we see volume there. So there's that. All of them happen to be validated. We'll go check to see if there was anything here. Which does seem to be seller absorption with all these sellers at the bottom. Low volume once again. Yeah, there's a lot of volume here. A lot of volume near the bottom. That's where we start to pump, and this was lots of volume. So that's gonna stay there, that liquidity. And cannot see it for that on the 4 hour. So liquidity is gonna be valid. Lots of volume within there. And most of the volume is here, so we do seem to show less interest there, but there is volume here, which is also a level that is providing me to believe that these two levels are going to be significant as they're high volume areas. I mean, other than that, I don't see anything else. We just have to monitor reactions, see bookmap levels, and play off that. As you can see, we're pretty far from any level. We're playing on a pretty big range. That would be, oh my god, that would be 100 ES ticks just to get to this level. So honestly, it's gonna be hard to completely play effectively without bookmap levels today. But because we can use bookmap and utilize that to our advantage, we should be doing so, and you can leverage that for our different key levels. As you can see, hold on. As you see here, there is bookmap liquidity throughout. Once again, that 6300 relative area already seems to be creating liquidity. But yeah, we just have to wait and see. Today is PPI day, so this might be a bit more confusing and clouded than typical. So you have to play with what we can. But yeah, let's go on to NQ and do the same. Alright, there. We can mark out this level down there as well, but we're not heading down there. It's highly unlikely we head all the way down there. We could consider that as a 3 hour. Alright, 2 hour. Do have this area. I'm gonna mark it as standard though. Nothing else really. 1 hour. Broken that level, now we're heading up there. So that consolidation range on ES is much closer than NQ. On NQ, that consolidation range is much more further up. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to work with in terms of chart liquidity. 30 minute, we do have this relative consolidation range. I don't know how effective it would truly be in predicting price because it's on such a low time frame within a low volume area. I'm gonna go ahead and mark out volume. So just these settings real quick. Give me 1 second. Trying to for what the alright, column just going to be the best. No columns. There we go. Alright. This area is with high volume. 14 market close. So I don't know if I want to mark it as a zone perhaps because it's so close. 1430. Let's go on to ES and see if there's anything on that time. 1430. Let's go ahead and add this indicator. It will help us check out where the actual time is. Yeah, we did mark it out there, so we should go ahead and mark it out here as well. Not as liquidity, but just simply as a 15-minute. The moves that happen in high volume are more significant. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll validate that once again with volume. But we're 1.5 minute away from market open. Volume there, just typical stuff that I'm seeing. A lot of volume distributed around this area, that consolidation range. Might be gravitated towards that area. Volume here down at this liquidity. It's hard to tell if it's this upper area, but this liquidity does seem to be valid. This liquidity, there's a small volume node here. There's low volume node here. So this should be broken through quickly, and then this 15-minute might provide a little bit of resistance, but nothing too significant. I'm seeing here volume throughout this entire range from here to down here. And now we're finally breaking above it, so you might see a continual up move until these upper liquidity levels. Yeah, same thing. Same thing, valid, valid, valid essentially. Honestly, not knowing much, not seeing much on NQ volume profile. But we'll simply use that as second confluence in terms when we're taking any trade. But yeah, that's honestly going to be all for the pre-market analysis today. Market's gonna open in 5 seconds, so let's go ahead and watch that and then conclude that right after. Right now we're just watching both the charts, footprint, and also bookmap. And we do seem to be pushing above this level, which is good to see. Sellers seem, it's hard to tell now. We just want to identify expansion in levels. So we do see 6310 seem to be a key level that's held over a long period of time. 6310, which is all the way up there. 6310, which is in that 30-minute level, so that is a very good level to target there. We also have 6305, but that wouldn't be significant as compared to other levels. 6285 also seems to be a bookmap level. 6285. Level there. 6290. I wouldn't really consider that, but if we're gonna head towards one of these levels, if you can take a retracement play towards one of these levels, we will. If we come down absorption here, we can take longs until all the way up to this level, or whichever is the closest significant bookmap liquidity. That's how we're gonna structure the day, and that's how we're gonna see if we can make any trades today. But yeah, that should conclude today's pre-market analysis. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to join the Discord server. It's completely free, and I truly believe you can get a thing or two out of it. The link's in the description there. And also in the link in the description are the links to use Addis charts and bookmap livestream, which you can start doing for completely free. And Addis, you can simply use a free plan and get a lot of features, more than anything I've ever seen. You can start practicing and integrating it into your strategy without paying a dime. That's why Addis is truly ahead of the market in terms of user experience, and I highly recommend it. Again, no financial advice, and do your own research. Other than that, I'll see you guys later today for the market analysis session, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.